want to show you these fantastic clips that we put together.
Despite that optimistic picture, I mean, the country is still angry. You can see it in the mood. And increasingly, Prime Minister, a lot of them are mad at you, right? I know you say you want to beat Pierre Poilievre. You keep coming back to that. But what if you are the reason the Liberals can't beat the Conservatives in the next election? Where do you factor that into your thought?
It's absolutely true.
Every once in a while, a moment of truth.
Process.
Well, I think, first of all, Canadians are not in a decision mode right now. What you tell a pollster, if they ever manage to reach you, is very different from the choice Canadians end up making in an election campaign. And fundamentally, and it's not just Canada, but everywhere around the world, and indeed I was talking with other leaders at the G7 and in Switzerland at the Peace Conference for Ukraine, everywhere people are struggling with high inflation, with cost of living issues, with interest rates, with housing challenges, with childcare challenges, all these things. We are doing better than many countries. Doesn't make a difference to someone who can't pay for their groceries, but the way people are everywhere facing a certain amount of frustration. And I truly believe that as we choose to step up on solving those challenges, to contrast with a political vision that so far consists from the Conservatives of just making people more angry and saying everything is broken.
Well, what do you all think of that? The guy is lying through his teeth. We're doing a lot better than a lot of other countries. Which ones? Third world countries, maybe? We're at the bottom of the G7. We're near the bottom of the G20, actually. It's absolute rubbish to suggest Canada is doing just fine, thank you very much. We are in a catastrophe. This is an economic catastrophe. We're nearing the edge of the fiscal cliff. And for Chrystia Freeland to blather on about welders, plumbers, everybody else living from paycheck to paycheck.
Mr. Speaker, a deception was revealed last week.
It was.
The deception was the fake pose of the Conservatives to pretend to be on the side of working people. And last week we gave them a choice.
Oh,
we said
stop
they could
this
be on the
stupid
side of a
narrative.
nurse or a welder, a Canadian who lives from paycheck to paycheck, or they could side with a multimillionaire.
And for Chrystia Freeland to blather on about welders, plumbers, everybody else living from paycheck to paycheck, just as an ignorant woman who knows nothing about economics, who knows nothing about finances, and her prime minister is just as stupid, and is just as out of touch, just as detached, just as ignorant, just as unable to delineate fiction from fantasy, from nonfiction, from reality from fantasy. Thank you for watching this episode of Stand on Guard and being a part of the KRAYDEN'S Right channel. If you've watched this episode to this point, you've watched it all. And that's really important for a small station like this. We always say subscribe, hit the bell, be a part of the KRAYDEN resistance. Resolve to resist. That's what we're doing. And if you become a subscriber, if you're a supporter of this station or a member through Substack, through YouTube, and now you can be a local as well. That's so important to us because I couldn't do this without you. I made a decision to become an independent journalist about a year ago because I wanted to bring all of my experience in the military, in journalism, to you. I don't promise anything I can't deliver. I don't offer clickbait. I offer truth. The truth is out there. And it's my job to bring that truth to light and to you. Thanks for being a part of the KRAYDEN'S Right resistance, and we'll see you again soon.
So we are in a very precarious position in this country. We need a political change, but we also need to resolve to resist.